Tell us about Havasu.
Well, as you know, Chi-Lan and Austin and I went to Lake Havasu after watching Mark Preston's footage of a flying saucer that was filmed over his house July 4th of 2009. And Mr. Preston was very perplexed at what he saw. So he went out to Havasu, and this is what happened.
This lake is beautiful.
You know, it's also one of the #1 locations for UFO sightings in all of Arizona.
There were 8 sightings that were reported in 2008. In 2009, there were 22 sightings. And that's a triple jump right there, in numbers.
How you doing? I'm Ben.
Nice to meet you.
We'd like to check out, where you shot this thing.
Now, what were you guys doing before you started filming? Kind of take us through exactly what was going on that afternoon.
We were just getting ready to barbecue back here, just kind of chatting, and I happened to look up at the sky, and I saw a little black dot up there in the clouds. Kind of afraid to say the word flying saucer, because it was like a perfect one, I'm thinking.
We were seeing the same thing. So it was kind of, is that really what we're seeing?
What part of the sky did you first see it?
It was just probably straight up there, probably about 4,000 feet up through the telephone wires.
And where did you last see it?
About 20 minutes later, it was up in the front of the house. It had gone all the way around by the mountains and was probably up about 6,000 feet, I'd say. And that's when you see the commercial jet flying over. There goes a jet right by it. This is the camera that I used on it.
Think it's okay if I take that camera and conduct some experiments with it?
Sure.
I think we could set up the glass right about here.
Okay.
Perfect. Even though I believe Mark and his family are telling the truth, we have to fulfill our due diligence and look at this from all angles. Our first experiment is going to be a reflection test.
What we're doing right now is we have the frame built.
I'm glad you guys are doing this because I barely passed wood shop. We need to angle it so that we are perpendicular right to where he was looking out. What we're going to do is take an object similar to the UFO and try to reflect it off of a pane of glass.
Just set it down on the lip. Perfect.
Down.
That's it.
There it is. What we're going to do with the shadow box is put this flying saucer in the middle of it and then take a searchlight to shine against the saucer, which will reflect back towards the pane of glass. We're taking Mark's exact camera here, the one that he used.
While setting up our experiment, and as we're looking up in the sky, I just caught an object floating. Can't really tell exactly what it is.
I'm not seeing anything.
You zoomed
sight
up
it in? Yeah, see if you can find it, because I
Zoom
can't.
it up as close as possible. Oh, I'm almost losing it.
Describe what it was. It was white?
It looked like it was just floating with the wind projections. It honestly looked like what it was doing, just being pulled along. It was almost like a square shape, and it just kind of came up along the ridgeline of the clouds and just took off and kind of disappeared fairly quickly.
Let's keep our eyes open and let's get back to finishing this.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're using the actual camera that Mark Preston used to film this object. We're trying to replicate it as best as we can. We have this pane glass window. We're going to take our UFO object, hang it in the middle here, and shine a light towards the object, which will in turn reflect it back towards the window. So why don't you bring in the object, start back here, start bringing it up. I will hit it with this. Now, I am not actually on camera. I'm not seeing anything of any type of reflection yet.
I don't think that it's dark enough or these lights are strong enough. The only time you see it is as soon as you get it into the sunlight. In the actual video, you can tell that the object it's straight solid. This is so transparent.
We're not able to make it look solid nor anything like the video. When the Prestons shot this video, they actually saw that UFO.
It doesn't mean it was a UFO. Still could have been a balloon or an object just floating in the sky for all we know as of right now, but I do definitely agree it was not this. And it is very apparent we are dealing with a UFO. It's either an extraterrestrial, unidentified flying object or an unbelievably fake object. The most important thing I grabbed out of this is the fact that I truly believe the Prestons now. It was not a hoax coming from their end. It could have still been a hoax from somebody else, possibly a balloon, or something in the sky. We are going to do a couple more experiments to see if there was another possible explanation.